What is up, guys? Sorry I'm so late. Hold on, I'm gonna wait for a little bit more people to funnel in because I'm usually on here a few hours earlier than what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna let some people funnel on in. What's up, guys? It is Wednesday. It is Tribe Tea Day. And for those of you guys that don't know who I am or what a Tribe Tea is, it's basically when my people send in their stories, when they need advice or anything like that. And I give them advice. You guys watching give them advice. People in the comments give them advice. And people in the live chat give them advice because this is a live segment. Hold on, let me put you guys on the screen. I see you slowly starting to come in here. What is up? What's up, Nyala? Shout out to all the mods in here because, again, I usually don't come on here this late. So, sorry. But I know all my people out there who, yeah, like, shout out to you. Talking about, shout out to Toy, so they haven't been here in a minute. You know, I know a lot of y'all that usually come here at around this time to watch the recap. Congrats, you're in a live stream now. So, what's up? Let's see, what are y'all doing in the chat while we're waiting for more people to get up in here? Someone just finished taking a midterm. I know that's right. I know that's weight off your shoulders. I hate midterms and stuff like that. Remember to hit the like button. Yes, please do hit the like button so that more people can be notified that I am live because, again, do not come on here at this time. Thank you for the compliments on the top. I was waiting for the right weather to wear it because this is kind of weird because it's like open in the front, but it's long sleeves. So it's like not trying to be too hot, not trying to be too cold, you know. But yeah. And okay, great. You guys are getting notifications. Lillian says, hey, I got the notification. Haven't watched you in a minute. I'm working right now. So happy to see you. Well, thank you for stopping on by. I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody at work. Thanks OOTW for stopping by to help me mod. We have a few stories to get into today. We have 4 stories. Okay, so one story I was supposed to read last week and I just had a brain fart. I don't know what happened. I just completely did not read it. And they had receipts. So we're going to be reading that story first, and it is called Some Men Are Trash. Then we're going to be reading Tribe T, I Lived Below. We're going to call them a 304. If you know what a 304 is, then good, you know, then y'all know who we're talking about. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure my little thing is closed. Y'all got me a little paranoid now. Yeah, so if y'all get the lingo, y'all get the lingo. They live behind a S worker, a woman of the night. Okay, we are pro sex work over on this channel. The third one is called Am I the Bitter Baby Mama? And she actually gave me a lot of screenshots and text. That is the screenshot that y'all are seeing on the thumbnail. That is just a struggle read at best. And then the last one is called Intrusive Thoughts or Intuition. And that's the one about the CRAIGSLIST dating, as y'all saw in the title. Okay, and that's what's up. We got people in the chat who okay, bet the person in the chat who the first story is here, so I'm so excited to read it. For those of you, before we get into the stories, we do have some housekeeping, some sponsors and stuff like that. So if you guys did not know, I did drop my spring collection for my website, and I did do a little photo shoot and stuff. I haven't released anything publicly yet, but you guys can go and on my website and see all of it. The new merch, we got new long sleeves, new short sleeves. The theme is like nature-esque, trippy, spring, you know, new seeds. And we got mushrooms, and then I'm also gonna have like a 420 line. Oh, and I finally made a freaking Booty Tribe shirt. All my OGs, you know, y'all know. So yes, I made a Booty Tribe shirt for y'all. Finally. But this is like the shirt that I'm wearing in the photo shoot that I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna like the most. And so yeah, go and check it out. Okay, go and check it out. I'm gonna be doing more promo for it on Friday because I am gonna be posting a video answering all of your small business questions. I did not forget about that, and giving advice for small business specific type stuff. So stay tuned for that on Friday. By Friday, everything should all be up and you guys should have a video and all that. And then next week, you guys will see how I actually did that photo shoot like in my house, make it look professional and everything. So we're about to have a really good week, a fun week. I'm so excited. to get into all of this stuff with you guys. Is there anything else I wanted to show you before I get started? Oh, I guess my handles, if you don't follow me on all, you can find me in all these places. I'm on TikTok. I really like doing TikTok. I don't do it seriously. I just, post a little here and there. And for the past week, I've been getting like 250,000 views per TikTok. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it does feel good to get some quick gratification, unlike YouTube where they beat you up and put their elbow in your neck. But yeah. So that's all the housekeeping, y'all. We're gonna review that at the end a little bit more, but I am ready to get into these stories because they do have receipts, and that's my favorite part of a lot of you guys' stories. I love when you send me in receipts. Remember to keep your receipts censored, okay? Remember to keep your receipts censored. Oh, and shout out to Marley in the chat. They said it's their first time in the live for some time now, so shout out to you. Let's get into the first story. Some men are trash. Where's the music? Where the music at? Oh, there it go. Let's get this music going. Boom. Some men are trash. So, hey, Nadja and Tribe, sending positive vibes to you, Daniel, Spody, and the Tribe. Well, thank you so much. Sending positive vibes back to you as well. For this story, I would like to be called H. My big three are Leo Sun, Aries Rising, hey, me too, and a Cancer Moon. So shout out to all of my Leos, Aries, and Cancers in the chat. Make sure you drop your emoji for your zodiac sign in the chat. And also, just for the hell of it, shout out to the Pisces. It's Pisces season. It was my grandmother's birthday yesterday. Shout out to all the Pisces. So there will be two other people in this story. Philip and his fiance, Mary. Yes, this is their real names because I do not care. As a backstory, I met Philip when I got a job at Walmart in 2013. Okay, so now this is creepy because when I saw these screenshots you sent me, I assumed it was like some random man off of Facebook being weird, like, show me your bobs. You know how they be doing on Facebook? But no, you actually knew him in real life, which makes this a little bit more, right? I don't know. Oh, and by the way, shout out to Callie in the chat. What's up, sis? I feel like I haven't seen you in a bit, but I know you said you had something with like your home or something like that, but don't worry. I just wanted to say hello to you. Don't feel singled out. I just wanted to say hey. But yeah, so Philip and Mary. And Philip from working at Walmart in 2013. I, in no way, shape, or form, indicated to Philip that I was interested in him. In fact, Philip was in a relationship at the time with a woman other than Mary. So there were multiple times, and Philip did not come for her, I recently received extremely inappropriate messages from Philip in October of this year. I attached screenshots of the messages. So, this is YouTube, okay? This is YouTube. I can't post what this man said to her. I'm going to paraphrase what he would say. He hit her up and was like, man, you're so beautiful. I would do stuff to you everywhere and fill you up full of stuff. And I would just come home from work and then go to town and do this and do that. Basically, he's doing everything that I told y'all in my Tribe T rules. Please do not do. Please do not vividly describe sexual encounters. It's kind of triggering. Like, we don't really need that. Yeah, he did all of that. He did all of that. He talked about sucking on things, and this is just nasty. Talking about I always mean what I say. Stay beautiful and keep on kicking ass. Like, that was supposed to motivate you. Like, I'm really sparing you guys. Like, he said some really nasty stuff as if that's supposed to motivate somebody, talking about stay beautiful and keep on kicking ass. I'm about to kick your ass. He said, I vow to love you, and ew, and smelling you. And he's so weird because he says, I would be truly honored if you were my wife and if you vowed to love me and stuff. And it's like, sir, you got a wife. You got a wife. You have a wife, sir. So, I posted the screenshots of the messages on Facebook publicly. Girl, I would have did the same thing. Because for all we know, he just does this to multiple people and harasses them. Like, honestly, I would do the same thing. Not even minutes later, Philip blocked me off of Facebook. I asked around if Philip still had a girlfriend, but had no luck. I eventually made a second Facebook account and literally spent hours scrolling through his Facebook. I eventually found Philip's ex-girlfriend and messaged her. Philip's ex told me his fiance's name. His ex-girlfriend also told me that he's been sending messages to her as well. Girl, so that alone should let you know that this wife most likely knows that her dude is a nasty. Just that alone. So I found Miss Mary on Facebook and messaged her. I know I messaged the right person because Mary has her relationship public on her profile. That's embarrassing. So if hers is public, his isn't? She has the same account I received messages from listed as the person she is engaged to. So I messaged Mary on November the 6th, and it's already December 29th, and she has not responded. I was wondering, did I do the right thing to let Mary know about the messages? So, first off, sorry, trigger warning about the language, because I'm not showing you all of them, but this is just a little paraphrase of how freaking disgusting and over the line this grown-ass married man was. And this isn't a stranger. This is someone he knows in real life. This is freaking terrifying. This is freaking terrifying. This is unwanted, unconsensual, disgusting. She's begging him, please stop messaging me. I have never been and will never be interested in you, and I'm going to report you. Like, you are disgusting. I'm going to report you to the police if you continue to message me. As you should. Like, bro, it's gnarly. Nasty. And I would have sent all that to Miss Mary myself. I would have sent that to her too. So she hit up Miss Mary. All right. Hello, Mary. My name is blank. I am messaging you today because I would like to inform you that I received a few. And when I mean a few, I mean like 7 screenshots worth. A few inappropriate messages from a Facebook account. And yeah, I'm going to just put this out because it's a very, 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 very common name. And if he is doing this to other girls, that's disgusting. So please beware of anybody with this type of account variation of these 3 names. Beware, because it will send you unsolicited messages about nasty shit of what they would do to you. So, and she just said, not sure if it's your Philip, and then put his real name after that. But yeah, whatever. Now you want to know, and I'm gonna put the chat on the screen, what y'all think. She wants to know, did I do the right thing by letting Mary, the wife, see those messages? Here, I'm gonna put the chat on the screen. What do you guys think? Do you think that she was in the wrong for, shit, let's put both of them, putting his messages on blast and sending it to the wife? I feel like people like this don't just do it once. They do it to multiple accounts. Any person with a biscuit or is a femme out there can attest to, when you have social media, you get tons of these type of unsolicited messages, pictures, all of this type of stuff, and they usually are serial. They usually don't just fuck with you. They do it to all types of people because they're perverted and they're trying to get their little rocks off, trying to get a response from somebody. Now, my opinion is you did the right thing, but unfortunately, I feel like it fell on deaf ears. I feel like Mary know what type of dude she got with. I think Mary know what type of dude she got with. Mary knows that he still be talking to his ex, I'm sure. She don't care. And then the picture you sent me was blurred, but it looks like there's like a baby or something. Like, yeah, no, they ain't gonna fucking care. They ain't gonna care. Like, girl. Look. What do y'all think? They said if you can't handle people knowing what you said or said, then don't say it. I mean, privacy is privacy, but I feel like once you start being perverse, abusive, sexually charged towards people, like, nah, and people need to be aware, like, hey, beware of this account or whatever. And you know how Facebook is. That's why I said if you see a variation of those names, beware, because those are common ass names, like very, very common white male name, like, you know. But so just be careful if you see those names in a combo and he's requesting. But honestly, I feel like they're still gonna be together regardless. If I were married though, I'd be very concerned that he's not just hitting up random bitches off Facebook. These are women that he knows in real life. And if y'all were to bite, he would probably do it. So, yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Mary. I do feel bad for Mary. Facebook is hell. I highly advise you guys to get off of it for your own mental health. Let me know in the comments below, have you guys ever been a victim of a Facebook pervert who just obsessively blows you up? I had somebody I went to high school with turned into a Facebook pervert, and I don't even be on Facebook. Like, after that whole doxing shit happened, I kind of just like swiped my identity for real off of that bitch. But yeah, he like posted like nasty shit on my, I was like, ew. Ew, full government name too. That's the crazy thing about Facebook. People be doing the most gnarliest shit with a full government fucking name. Like full government. Full government. Child, anyway, let me know what y'all think about that in the comments below. Do you think, what would you have done in that situation? Do you think they were wrong? Do you think they were right? And let me know if you've ever been in a scenario, like, has your partner ever done something like that? Let me know. So let's get on to this second one. It is called I Lived Below a Prostitute, okay? That's the raw and uncut one. We will be calling her a 304, all right, for monetization purposes. And also, this person did send me this story a long time ago, but it was a novel. It was a novel, and they were so freaking awesome. They went ahead and just like resent it, and they were like, hey bro, I'm about to paraphrase this for you because a lot of this was just like venting that I needed to get off my chest and isn't really necessary. And they just reformatted it in 5 paragraphs. It's beautiful. I'm like, god damn, girl, thank you so much. Like, I'm not even being sarcastic. I am very appreciative. Thank you so much for doing that, because I do want to read y'all's stories. It's just I have to be considerate to everybody. You know, I can't just make a whole tribe tea about you, even though I would want to, but you think you would want that. You think you would, but then when all the attention is on you, people start spiraling behind the scenes. And I'm the type of person where we do this tribe tea, I email y'all that your shit is up here, and then I go downstairs and I unwind. You know, I don't be frantic behind the scenes. So yeah, long story short, thank you so much for shortening your story, and I'm glad you did, because I've been wanting to read yours for a minute. So it's called I Lived Below a 304. All right. So, hey girl. Hey tribe. I had sent this story in a while ago and decided to short it. You can call me Canary. I am in Aquarius. Shout out to all of my Aqua babes in the chat. If you are in Aquarius, drop your sign. So I'm an Aquarius from Philly, and shout out to Philly too. I'm writing in because I was inspired by an older housing tribe tea. I don't need advice since this is an old story and I have a house now. Congrats, level up, let's go. This story takes place in my early 20s at a time when I was almost homeless through no fault of my own. My boyfriend was able to find a student housing apartment for me when I ended up living with 2 other students, a girl named Emerald and Jean. I love that name, Emerald. Only women lived in the apartment, and the way it was set up, there were 2 rentals on the first floor and on the second and third floor. There was a bar across the street, so the house was equipped with live feed cameras outside the home and inside the hallway. It may sound like a lot, but all of this comes up later. Actually, I don't know about y'all in the chat, but this sounds like my cup of tea. Like, if I were a woman living alone, I would love to live in an all-woman building with cameras outside. I would feel so much safe. Like, let me know in the like, would that make y'all feel paranoid, or would that make you feel more safe? Let me know in the comments or in the chat, because I would not mind that at all. Shoot, I have hella cameras in front of my shit. It makes me feel great. So, a new tenant, who we will name Scarlett, moved to the second floor. Where do I begin? The issues first start with Scarlett's son running back and forth in the same spot for hours every single day. Then came in my Stephen A. Smith voice, the weed stage. And before anyone goes off in the comments, this was when weed was illegal in Philly. I couldn't even be on the top level of my apartment without having coughing fits, and usually would have to go into the basement just to be able to breathe. Oh, wow. I used to work in healthcare, and there were days I was avoiding my boss because the smell was in my hair and clothing just from a quick 10-second walk out the door. Oh my God. Jeez, she was really doing the most. That must have been some thin walls and thin floors. It's seeping through that bad. That's crazy. And I get it, like, you live in an apartment, because that's my motto. When you live in an apartment, it comes with shit. Shoot, I live in a townhome, it comes with shit. It's not a house, you know? Now you're in a house, so you get it. You get it more than we get it. But it's like, this is unnecessary. It's seeping into your your actual day-to-day life. Like, you're getting weed smoke on your clothes and stuff. And for anybody that has a problem like that, baby powder. Get some baby powder in your home. Baby powder cancels out all of that. So maybe get some baby oil, baby lotion. I know it sucks. You're going to be smelling like a baby's ass, but it's better to smell like that than the devil's lettuce if you're in a drug-free environment. Like, it always works. That's like the main ingredient that they use in the car sprays and stuff. It's always baby powder. So, yeah. Emerald's room was right underneath Scarlett's, and she wasn't getting any sleep from the loud, what are we gonna call? We're gonna call it whoopee. When she was making whoopee, she was having some loud whoopee, okay? And Emerald wasn't getting no sleep. And Scarlett was having whoopee daily, you know? Neither Jean or I heard any loud macaroni noises, but Jean started noticing that random men would come in and out all hours of the day. I didn't notice that something was off until she started playing trap music every day from 11 p.m. to sometimes 3 or 4 a.m. Baby girl speakers were better than the club across the street, and they had a live DJ. We didn't realize that she was a 304 until my housemates and I started complaining to each other, and then it clicked. So here's my thing. Okay, I'm gonna stop the music. And I'm going to be very, very careful with my words, because I do have 304s that follow me. I do have sex workers that follow me. And I don't care what your job is. Like, as long as you're a good person, you're a good person. However, and this is where it gets like this snake eating itself of like feminism and shit. Because it's like, you know, all girls are being girls and all that shit. When is the safety of all the other women accounted? When you got these random Johns coming in and out, in and out, in and out, where is the safety there, right? When it comes to them. Because now, Miss Scarlett is technically using this woman's only building as security. She's technically using them as security. She's using the cameras. She's using the doorman. She's using the fact that only women can be in there. Like, bruh. I don't know. They did not consent to be living with, like, that's not safe for the other women, in my opinion. Especially because they're student level girl that, like, I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the chat. So, remember what I said earlier about the camera feed being live? Scarlett started walking around in her lingerie all the time. And what the other tenants didn't know was my apartment was equipped with a live security monitor also, and the computer to control the cameras. She would even collect her mail outside in her lingerie, no robe, and the old heads chilling outside the bar would call her various names that you cannot say on YouTube. Everything came to a head one Sunday night when Scarlett was having a party, blasting music, and she woke up from a comfy nap on the couch, and I was so pissed. No, she woke her up from her nap, the person that sent us in. And I was so pissed that I went to her floor. Emerald had already left her a note a few days prior, but clearly she was not going to change. I knocked for at least 5 minutes, but her music was so loud, she couldn't hear me. But I could hear her talking to someone not far from the door. Okay, pause. I just thought of something. Loud blaring music, 11 to 3 p.m. Where's the baby? Where's the baby? I just thought of that scene from the Florida Project where the little girl in the bathtub while her mama where the baby at? Girl. And again, shout out to y'all that haven't been here in a while. I know this isn't a normal time frame, so shout out to y'all. Shout out to Levi. Y'all. So, I went back downstairs and I wrote her a note, taping it to her door. I don't know why y'all keep writing her notes, girl. Time goes by and I'm talking to Jean, facing the security monitor, when I see a guy leave on a liquor run. Come back and I give the letter to Scarlett. Next thing I know, a girl guest of Scarlett starts stomping down the stairs and swings the front door open really hard. The next day, leaving for work, I noticed the door stopper is in the wall instead of on the wall. She sent me a picture. Oh shit, she did. I didn't even see this. Hold on, let me see. Oh, she sent me like the before and after of the apartment. Hold on. Oh my God. Where's the hole? Ooh. Y'all. I'm dead. There's for real a hole right there. I'm about to download this and show it to y'all. It looks like she threw that's not a door stopper. That looks like a white ball from the pool table. Here, I'm about to show y'all this. That looks like a white ball from the pool table. Is she insane? Are these whores insane? That is crazy. Yeah, I'm about to airdrop it over there and show y'all. And it's like, it's a very nice place too. This is a very nice place. For your safety though, even though I know you don't live there no more, I'm not gonna show the floor plan. But, girl, what are you doing? You freaking throwing pool balls into the wall. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, all right, it's receiving. I'm airdropping, my bad, y'all. Oh, wow. But yeah, it's a very nice place. And she did email the landlord too. I want to see that. Is this it? No, it's not. She emailed the landlord also. I didn't even see those receipts, girl. I'm sorry. Here, I'm gonna put them on here. Yeah, like who the fuck does shit like this? Look at this. Here, let's make it bigger. Ma'am, this is not a door stopper. That is a pool ball. That looks like a cue ball in pool. Is that just me, or doesn't that look like the pool ball? I'm dead. I'm trying to see if there's any more pictures that would be like worth showing y'all for the story other than that, but yeah, the place looks cute. That's a door stopper? That looks like a pool ball to me. I ain't never seen no door stopper like that. That's a weapon. That's a paperweight. That is crazy. So what she said to the manager, Here, I'm gonna just download this too and put it up there. So this is a door stopper. I ain't never seen no door stopper that look like that. I wouldn't even feel comfortable with that being in my home with a child in it. Like girl, if you don't. Here, I'm just gonna read the note because my computer is like, girl, you're doing too much stuff last minute. Here, I'll read the note. Dear residents of blank. She emailed all the residents? Oh, you real petty. You real petty. Hold on, I'm gonna finish. Oh my God, that is so crazy. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna finish reading it. I'm reading ahead. I'm sorry, but I just had to show y'all this picture because I didn't know she had pictures. That's crazy. So the next day, after she decided she wanted to slam, her friend wanted to slam the door. The next day, I'm working from home and I hear a knock at my door. I open it and it is Scarlett wearing black lingerie. I would have been like, ma'am, I did not pay for your services and you need to go. Tell me why this girl gonna lie in my face and blame everything on the music and blame everything. The loud music, the loud whoopee, and her son running back and forth for hours on the 3rd floor tenant. Apparently, she had beef with the 3rd floor and claimed they were out to get her. Then asked me who left the note on her door. It took everything in me not to call this chick out on her foolishness. That devil's lettuce must have killed some brain cells because none of that makes any sense. I denied knowing anything because I was extremely uncomfortable talking to a stranger in their lingerie, still on the clock, and knew this conversation was not going to lead anywhere constructive. Eventually, a few minutes later, Emerald, Jean, and I all went our separate ways, moving out into different apartments. So here is the note that she sent everybody. She said, Dear residents of blank, I am emailing you on behalf of the owner of your building. Recently, someone slammed the front door open and created a large hole in the wall, like y'all saw. We are asking the person who caused this damage to come forward and accept responsibility. So this is your landlord. We can look at our videos that are taken by the security cameras, but this will add to the expense, which will be passed on to the responsible person. If we hear nothing in the next week, we will spend the time and money to look at the videos and then pass that expense plus the wall repair cost onto the guilty party, as they fucking should. Because look, P.S. If you're wondering why nobody approached her beforehand, most of it was due to it being super late at night when we saw her, or if during the day when she looked to be in a hurry somewhere. I know for me, I felt like even if I approached her respectfully, it was probably going to turn physical or was going to cause a petty beef. Which it did a few weeks later on Easter Sunday, 6 o'clock in the morning. They, either her or her child, intentionally pulled the fire alarm in the hallway to get back at whoever left the note on the door. Woke me up out of a good night's rest again due to the loud alarm, and I was left frantically calling whatever number I could find for employees of the rental company. The fire department showed up and everything and asked me for some code that I didn't have. Eventually, they turned it off. But thanks for reading. It was such a good story. It was such a long story, but here are some pics and the damage she did. So, Jesus. Look. I'm gonna put the chat on the screen to let me know what y'all think, but this more so isn't about the fact that old girl is a 304. It's more about the fact that she is very loud about her ways and her business, because there are people that, you know, are in that life and they are very secret about what they do. They'll get hotels, they don't shit where they lay. That's like rule number 1 with any type of hustle. You don't shit where you lay at. She's doing it every freaking night with her baby in there. Like, so, and being on some hot shit, beefing with neighbors, doing all this, like, she's giving like unhinged, wild, still has some growth to do. I'm glad you no longer live there and have to tolerate just any fucking body just for a place to sleep at night. I'm glad you got your home and you're doing good, because I would have had to move. She would have rushed. She would have kicked me out. She would have actually pushed me out the house. I would have moved. I would have been gone. Girl. I would have been freaking gone. She said, I got hooked on your channel because of the call center story and these Florida men Fridays. Oh my God. Yes, girl. I don't do Florida Man Fridays on here anymore. I only do them on TikTok now. So look up Florida Man Friday on TikTok. All one word. Florida Man Friday. But yeah, y'all. I'm just glad you don't live there, because I don't think that was a 304 issue. I feel like that was a shitty neighbor issue for sure. Like, right, at your big age, right. But hey, I don't know. Let me know what y'all would do if y'all lived upstairs or below a Miss Scarlett, okay? Miss Scarlett here. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever dealt with that in real life. I would love to hear it. Y'all know I've had my neighbor issues. I got story times on my channel. But, never a 304. Let's get into this next one. This one has hella receipts. It is called, Am I the Bitter Baby Mama? Am I the problem? And baby made bulletin points on little things. You know, she just made bulletin points and then gave us receipts. And she was like, look, y'all decipher who's in the wrong, who's in the right here. Okay. So, hey Nadja and Tribe, what's up? I usually watch the live without commenting, and I just wanted to say that I love you so much. Oh my God, thank you. I've been subscribed to you since I was 20, and now I am 24. OMG, thank you for supporting me for the long haul. I really appreciate it. And for the folks that might want to know, I'm a Cancer Sun, a Gemini Moon, and a Sagittarius Rising. Okay. Shout out to all of my Cancers, Geminis, and Sagittarius. Make sure you drop your sign in the chat. So I am going to bullet point the important information and include screenshots to make this faster. Otherwise, we would be here all day. And the screenshots do not include his real name, so it is okay to share if you want to. Bet. Please tell me if I'm being toxic. Tribe, please feel free to drag the fuck out of me. Look, don't do it. Stop. Because this man has me questioning my self-worth even when I do clock some mess. All right, so bulletin 1. I have been with my current boyfriend who is a Leo. What are you again? You're a Cancer. A Cancer and a Leo. Girl, I know he be working your freaking emotions, your nerves. And it makes sense that you say he makes you question yourself. I could see that. I could see that. Like, you got to be real headstrong to be with a Leo man, for real. You said her current boyfriend is a Leo. We will call him, we will call him Kermit. Kermit, girl. We've been together for almost 2 years, and I am now 8 months pregnant with a girl. Well, congratulations. Now, when we first started talking, he did not tell me he was still living with his ex. Are you sure she don't got a baby too? Are you sure she don't got a baby too? Are you sure that y'all not about to have Irish twins? Isn't that, no, Irish twins is when you have like a baby less than a year apart. What is that called when, y'all know what I'm talking about. Where my OGs at? Where my old heads at? There's a term for that. That's like something that older people always be saying. I forget it. Shout out to Casey for the donation. Thank you so much, sis. Remember, y'all, you do not have to donate, but I always appreciate it. She said, hey, Nadja. Hey, Tribe. Hey, girl. How are you doing? What's up? So, this man living with his ex. This man is living with his ex. Hood twins. There we go. There. Thank you. Yes, hood twins. Thank you. I got a hood twin myself. Yes. When two women are pregnant by the one man at the same time, barely like apart. Yup, I got a hood twin. I am about 6 months older than my younger brother. Like, yeah, bro. Hood twins is lit. Project twins. Project twins sounds better. I like Project PJ twins. But yeah, she said he living with his ex, girl. Talking about we gonna call her Miss Piggy. Why are y'all call everybody Miss Piggy? Why do y'all call everybody Miss Piggy? I feel like if you don't look like Trisha Paytas, you can't be calling them, like, if they look like Trisha Paytas, Big Lotto, like, okay, I get it, Miss Piggy. But y'all just be calling anybody Miss Piggy. Like, I'm like, damn, I don't see it. But hey, if he's Kermit, this is another Miss Piggy. We just had a Miss Piggy last week. This is getting too much. We gonna call her Iggy. Iggy. So he hid this from me for about a month because he claims if he didn't, I would have never have given him the chance. Guys, okay, cut the freaking music. Okay, gaslight 101, manipulation 101. That is called coercion. That is called trying to get their way in. Like, you have to think, if the only way that you could have got with me is by lying and giving a false truth, is that not bad? Like, that is bad on your part. If somebody ever says to you, oh, well, if I wouldn't have lied, then you wouldn't have blah, blah, blah. Nah, that's not good. That means they just admitted, like, no, I know that you were too good for me, and you would have had to lower your standards to meet me where I'm at, so I had to lie. Nah, bro. Always beware of people who say shit like that, whether it's a romantic partner, a friendship. Like, beware of people who say shit like that, bro, because they are actively, knowingly not up to par, and they want you to dumb yourself down. It's a mess. Yep, coercion is very predatory. You took a, thank you, Mo. When you take away someone's choice, when you take away the chance for them to even have a choice, that ain't it. That ain't it. So if he ever makes you feel crazy about that, he's crazy. Just letting you know. Bulletin point number 3. We're only at 3. When he officially asked me out, he started having issues with Miss Iggy in regards to their finances / living situation. They had approximately 4 months left on their lease and wanted to wait it out instead of breaking it. Okay, yeah, that is another red flag, because here's my thing. Sir, I'm gonna need you, because look, if y'all were teenagers or whatever, I get it. But at my big age, 25, we 25 and up. And I'm sorry, this is just where I'm at in life. So I'm not trying to shame anybody for if they're not here yet. But this is where I'm at in life, bro. If you living with your ex when I meet you, I'm going to need you to drop all that rent for the next 4 months. Cut the fucking music. I'm going to need you to drop 4 months rent and get the hell out of there. If she wants to stay in the apartment, let her stay. Fuck it. She's a girl. All right? Don't put no woman out in the fucking street. Get out of there. Go get an Airbnb. Go live at a holiday suite, something, while you get your own spot. Like, that is so unattractive to me, that you over here in your ex's house, over here struggling over finances, but you're dating me, taking me out. Where you got the money to do that? And I'm telling you, sis, he got a kid with her. Like, I don't see why is he with Miss Piggy? Like, why is he, it doesn't make sense. Do they have a child together? Like, look. Apparently, Miss Piggy was not paying her half of the rent, which was stressing him out. So, of course, my people pleasing. Miss Piggy was not paying her half of the rent, which was stressing him out. So, my people pleasing self would give him hundreds of dollars to help out when I could. It never felt right. I was basically paying her half of the rent so that they could stay shacked up together. At least you knew that's what you was doing. Girl, your name ain't nowhere on that lease. And if that man really gave a fuck about his credit, he would have did what I just said and put all that fucking money down and got out. You was paying, and I'm sorry, but kudos, Miss Piggy. That would have been me, bitch. I ain't paying no rent up in here. The fuck? You gonna be fucking these girls outside? You better have them to pay your fucking rent. Yo! Oh, yo. Okay, hold on. I'm doing too much. Yo, this guy is sick. This guy is sick. He is using your kindness, taking your kindness as for weakness. And why the hell? And not you over here talking about tribe, do your worst. Why would you do that, girl? Because you know these people, they just be holding back. Because I tell them to hold back. And then you just come on here, let it rip. Don't listen to Nadja. Let it rip. Give me the worst. Like, no, y'all better be easy on her. She had a whole baby, bruh. She got a whole baby. She is a mother. No drama. Oh my God. And yes, I do agree. Eternity Marsh in the chat. That is very true as well. Another quick little game. Auntie Nadja putting y'all on game. That's another way to get your rent paid. A lot of girls do that. A lot of guys do that with their girlfriends who are 304s, SWs, OnlyFans girls. It goes both ways. It's like, okay, you want to date my girl, you want to date my guy, you're going to pay this rent. That's a whole different hustle. Thank you for bringing that up, because that is true. That is a whole nother type of hustle. Where it's like, and it's very common in 2022 because we do all this shit online, you know, like, child. Let's get back into the flags. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, number 5. They were living in a 1-bedroom apartment and they were still sleeping in the same bed. And you mean to tell me this man could not pay rent for a 1-bedroom apartment? And he's about to bring a child into this world. She would often call and text him to do things like get papers from the gas station when he was with me, and he would... Girl, he's fucking both y'all at the same time. He's telling her that they're still together. Him and his girl are still together. They never broke up. That's not his ex. You're the side chick. This is so fucked up. You're the side chick, bro. That's not his ex. That's his bitch. Talking about she would call him and text him to go run little errands and he would actually do it. They sleep in the same bed. They only got 4 months on the lease and he's still sleeping there. You do realize, like, when an apartment, you need to know where the fuck you're going. If you got 4 months left at that 2-month mark, these 2 months should be used for moving and cleaning. Like, he's not leaving her. And you paying their rent. This shit just sad because you pregnant. Like, that ass. Like, that's why I just feel bad as fuck right now. Okay, the next one. The next flag. They worked together at the time. But on his days off, he would leave me to go and do things for her. One time, he was going to leave me to pick her up, drop her to work, and come back to me. Leave me again to go get her for lunch. Come back, leave again, and then pick her up from work. But by the grace of God, this never happened. I shut it down. What the fuck was he telling you was going on? Like, what was he telling you was going on? Do they have a child together? Do they have a child together? Because I don't get it. What was his excuse that he was telling you? You mean both of them work at the same fucking job, and because he couldn't be a man? Like, bro, this shit is so sad. This is so messed up. This is so messed up. The next flag. She took his apartment keys off once without him noticing. And when he got back home after spending the day with me is when he realized. Just petty things. She took his apartment keys off once without him noticing when he got back home. Huh. It sounds to me like someone who's upset that their man keep cheating on them, girl. The next flag. He is struggling with mental health issues that she knew of, and she never tried to help him. Okay, sis, with love, with love, with love, with love, with love. It is not her job nor your job to help this nigga, bruh. Like, this is making me mad. This is a grown-ass man. This is a grown-ass man. Tomorrow, oh, she need to help him because she don't be, fuck him. Like, what? Are you kidding me right now? Are you serious, bruh? She said she never tried to help him. Bruh, that is not your job, her job. That is a step he needs to take within himself to go and get some help, okay? And anybody out there, if you know deep down when shit's not okay. Go and reach out. Get some help, bruh. Don't lash out on everyone around you for not being mind readers. And for all my people out there, if you see your friend is acting different, acting a little down, ask them what's up, you know. She said he is now in therapy and on medication, which is excellent. That is very good to hear. And that therapist is getting paid appropriately to help him. All right. Just had to let that be straight, because this shit is making me mad on your behalf. Like, he really got you this messed up to where you're wondering why Miss Piggy isn't acting like you. Yeah, this man is evil. So, he would constantly talk about Miss Piggy and compare me to her. That is another thing, y'all. If guys are always comparing you to that one girl at work, he always talking about that one girl at work. Oh, this one girl at work does this, but you don't do that, blah, blah, blah. The next flag. She isn't the only ex he would talk to. He blatantly told me that he would hit up his exes whenever I was busy or he was bored. He has cheated on all of them, by the way. Okay, so he's blatantly showing like this is his MO, this is his pattern, this is how he operates. Get with it or get lost. He's being very open about this type of shit. This is crazy. It's giving controlling. It's giving, I don't let anybody go. If you're mine forever. Sick. Next flag. They were able to break the lease a month before it was up and parted ways, but at a cost. Girl, they could have done that the whole fucking time. Depending on what leasing agreement they signed, they could have just paid 2 months rent and left. Like, they could have done that whole time. With all that money you gave them, they could have saved up and did that. This is bad. This is bad. Next flag. So where does he live now? Where does he live now? I'm very curious. Where does he live now? So next flag. He would always say that Miss Piggy annoyed his soul, but continued to keep in contact with her. He claimed it was so that she could pay him back. Girl, he need to pay you back. They both owe you. They need to pay you back. But she became jobless a month before the move, and he knew damn well she would never pay him back. And I told him that I wasn't okay with it, so he claimed he would stop talking to her. Child. Actions speak louder than words. If they're doing one thing and saying another, they're most likely what they're doing is, yeah. I want to know if he has any other children than the one you're pregnant with. That's what I want to know. Okay, next flag. Every time I would bring up my issue with Miss Piggy, he would end up getting defensive, come off as, I'm apologizing so you could shut up. Girl, this man is manipulative, verbally abusive. You need to get the fuck out of here. He be talking to you crazy as hell, doing you crazy as hell, playing on your head like you don't see what's going on. You need to get your baby and go. If you haven't already, you need to get your baby and go. Because this is the type of dude, look, this is the problem when you like to keep fucking with exes and keep being possessive over exes and being possessive over your bodies, all right? You start fucking with too many women at once, bro. That's when it can get deadly, literally. And now you're bringing a kid into this situation, bro. You don't need no random ex pulling up at your house when you got your baby because they think whoever the fuck is in there, which, like, you know, like, it could get really dangerous, and a lot of men don't even think about that extent. Shoot, we watch ID channel over here. We watch true crime. We know women can fuck some shit up. Like, this is just not safe. So the last flag. Recently, I noticed that he is following Miss Piggy on TikTok because she came up in my suggested friends list. It is for an account he created months into our relationship, so it's not like he simply forgot to unfollow her. Of course, this set me off again, but he wants me to feel like I'm in the wrong for questioning his actions. I feel like he is in love or obsessed with his ex. Yes, he is. He is. He's controlling of his past partners. He may not be in love with her, but he wants to know what she's doing, what she's posting, who she's doing. I don't think it's just a control thing. The fact that he says he does this with every ex he has, what he's gonna do is one of his exes is gonna get with a real dude, and he ain't gonna, bruh, that's all it takes. It sucks, but that's all it takes for men. You just need somebody more intimidating and somebody about that life, and they'll back the fuck up. But yeah, this guy's disgusting. She says it set her off. Again, the TikTok. And he wants me to feel like I'm in the wrong for questioning his actions, blah, blah, blah. It's ridiculous for me to still be repeating myself while carrying his child. I also want to, this is too TMI. Did you guys plan this child? Does he have other children? And the fact that you said you weren't aware of old girl in the beginning, did you, like, did he tell you that they were broken up? Have you ever spoken to her before? Have you ever spoken to Miss Piggy yourself one-on-one? No big head dummy involved, just you and Miss Piggy? She said he wants to get married, but I don't know if I want to, if things keep going like this. He is not going to change. This man is a serial cheater. This man is a serial cheater. So we're going to get into these screenshots, and then she's going to ask us some questions, and we're going to get it out in the chat. So let's get into these screenshots. And this is about when she had caught him on the TikTok. So this is something very common with relationships where there's infidelity, cheating, and stuff like that. It's a lack of trust. Now, he hasn't fully blown got caught cheating, but you know that this is wrong. You know that that most likely was not an ex. You know that that most likely was a current girl. Like, underneath it all, you might not want to admit it, but underneath it all, right? If the thought of talking about Miss Piggy sets you off like this, you don't need to be with him. It's not healing. It's not going away. She said, I don't even want you to talk about her, period. I am sick of this. Have you not noticed that I don't give a F about anyone else you talk about? I don't know why it hasn't clicked yet. This breed of hatred is something you caused. And no matter how many times I express I'm uncomfortable to you, you keep doing it. How does y'all being on food stamps and blowing the remaining money on the devil's lettuce even remotely relate to trying to support a family? What is the correlation besides the food stamps? Because that was beyond necessary. Okay, here's my thing, sis. He already has a little bit too many attachments to this girl. I really don't think that shit is over. I don't. Like, they got food stamps together and shit, girl. Venting would be telling me stories about how effed up things were, not how great they were. The F type of venting is that. Girl, he should not be venting to you about that past relationship, period. It's dead. It's over. You're his peace, right? You're his happiness. You're the mother of his child. He's about to bring into a new baby in the world. And I'm not surprised that y'all about to have a girl, because he be dogging girls out. Like, he is a menace. He shouldn't be talking to you about her at all. So you have told me 1 out of the billion stories where she had you messed up. Everything else was sunshine and rainbows between y'all and those stories. Okay, beware. This guy cannot fucking type. Hell, half the time, I don't even think about you listening. You just be staring off in space. Yeah, because she don't want to hear you talking about the girl that you was double dipping while you... I'm sorry, there's no proof, but I really feel like he was fucking y'all at the same time, bro. Like, talking about something, I'm going to drop her off at work, then I'm going to come pick you up, then I'm going to go to her for lunch, and then I'm going to pick her up, like... Talking about half the time, I don't think you be listening. You staring off into space and shit. But all right, whatever. I'm not about to go back and forth about this because you don't want me to talk about her and I won't. Cool. Okay. Is it cool? It's obviously not. Then he said, you coming at me about a girl that I don't got nothing to do with over a TikTok follow. I told you I don't talk to the motherfucker ever since that one time you made it a big deal. I literally don't have her on anything. I've had a TikTok for how long? And now you want to come at me about this? Here's my thing. I am not playing devil's advocate. I think this guy is complete freaking trash, okay? But my air sign ass can't help it. When it comes to lack of communication or a miscommunication, I gotta call it out. Gotta call it out. You did say he admitted to you. He keeps in contact with them exes, bro. He keeps in contact with them exes, right? I don't know why you thought he was going to change his ways by you know, being like, oh, one ex, I want to talk. No, he talks to exes. So I'm sure it's not in his routine of relationships and breakups to be like, oh, I need to block everybody. Why? Because I'm a controlling asshole. I want to control everything. I need to see what everyone's doing, you know? So not playing devil's advocate, but I do not think that he was even looking at it the same way that you were, type shit. He said, you could have easily just been like, did you forget you had her? Exactly. This is the part where it's like, bro, he ain't shit because he's being manipulative with a pregnant woman's emotions. I hate when people play word gymnastics and they're like super literal, because he is right. That was my first thought when I saw it. I was like, bro, you could have just been like, hey, bro, did you forget to unfollow her? Instead of immediately going for the guns. And then based on his actions, whether he unfollows her or not, then you give the reaction, right? But he's fucking playing on pregnant people emotions. It's pretty fucked up. So you could have easily just been like, did you forget you had her on TikTok? And I would have unfollowed. I don't know how many times I got to keep telling you to stop coming with the bullshit and just say what the issue is. You said, come back and we could talk about it face to face. We're not doing this over the phone again. Because all you do is lie. The fuck do I have to lie for? I don't know. But it's all that you do. Lie. And you don't know how to stop. I haven't lied about shit. I've been upfront. That follow is fairly recent. All right, girl. Now let's not play because we don't know when people follow who. But the fact that he's over here arguing tooth and nail to stay following her should be enough evidence. Like... a mess. They said that follow is fairly recent because you got TikTok months after we started dating while you were working at that furniture store. They still got them. They don't got no bad cops here anymore. Damn. Okay. For the longest time, she wasn't someone you were following. You deleted the 2 posts on your page with me in it, and she magically shows up in your follows now. If you want Miss Piggy, go get her. Because clearly you keep stalking her shit and won't leave her alone. She isn't even following you. You look desperate and sad doing that. It's embarrassing to see. Taking too long to respond. So what lie are you trying to concoct? Girl, and you want this, girl? You want to stay with him, girl? You said, why would I want to keep tabs on someone that I ended up doing dirty? What sense does that make? Why would I want to keep tabs on someone that I ended up doing dirty? Cut the music. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if you did someone dirty, you keep tabs on them. That's what people do when they have victims and they're predators. They keep tabs. If someone has done you dirty, you don't really care too much to see, oh, I wonder how they're doing in life. Weird. You don't care, but you felt the need to follow her because, shit, I wouldn't be surprised if you have a subscription for her OF too. I think they might have got you, bro. I think they finessed you, bro. This is allegedly my theory. I think they were in on a conjoined scam. Because if your pictures were on his page and she and Miss Piggy could see it, and now she's commenting once you're off the page, she knew of your existence. She knew what role you played, because he couldn't try to fuzz it up and be like, oh no, this is so, like, no, like that, like, I think we might have been onto something earlier, y'all, like that they might be doing a partner scam. Talking about she on the OF. Talking about you're weird. In the beginning, you told me you never cheated on her, and yet here we are a year later telling me you cheated on her. But I low-key feel like he cheated on her with you, and he won't admit it. He won't tell you. With who anyways? It's you, girl. I'm telling you, he cheated on her with you. Because I've always had the feeling, y'all, let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I always had a feeling y'all weren't broken up. For her to be taking your apartment keys off your chain and being petty. Yes, y'all, she is seeing the light. I need to put on the soundbite of just like church music, just like whenever y'all start seeing the light, because she's starting to see the light now. Thank you, Jesus. So I always had the feeling, because that chain, and I couldn't even park my car near y'all house. And you don't know who he cheated on her with, girl? It was you. You were the side chick. I couldn't even park my car near y'all house when I pulled out, or you were in a frenzy. He couldn't even say shit. He said it was just a fucking follow. Who cares? The shit gives me views. He is deflecting. He is deflecting like fuck. You just call him out on his freaking bluff. Your intuition is spot on, sis. That's what I'm vibing. That's what I feel like is going on. Because he talking about, I do that for views. I'm sorry, sir, but you are not famous. And sis, you need to change his name in your Snapchat to a poop emoji. She said, you don't even got no content. He be standing in the room with the ring light, girl. You don't even got no content. What views? It's not just a follow when it crosses the boundaries. I clearly stated with you, yes, ma'am, stick with your boundaries. Keep them firm. He got you messed up. And just so you know, I told you last time, you want to keep worrying about my past instead of being in the moment and planning the future? Why? I don't know. Cause what is he talking about? Hold on, because I need to put on my hood cap real quick to try to decipher what the hell this man talking about. I don't know, because as long as the past ain't fucking up what we got going on, then why does it matter? It only fucks us up because you let it, and then want to make it an argument for nothing. Okay, so his perspective is, I want to move on, I'm making the changes, I'm doing better, but you're still putting me onto the standards of the old me. My response to that is, which is also my advice to you, sis, who sent in the story, you can't get over it, so you might as well move on. The trust has been so fucked up. Because no one's relationship is perfect, bro. No one's relationship is perfect. But sometimes some things happen that are just so bad, we can't get over it. Because I bet you this is the arguments in your house. Why are you always bringing this bitch up? I can't help it. From both of y'all. I'm sure you ask him, why you always bring this bitch up? He asks you, why you always bring this bitch up? And y'all both said the same thing. I can't help it, because that trust has been so fucked up. And he knows that y'all started your relationship off on infidelity, because I really feel like he was still dating old girl when he was talking to you. Talking about it only fucks us up and make an argument. Boy, bye. Get out of here. So to wrap up her story, do you think that I am overreacting to laying down a boundary and getting upset that he keeps crossing it? No, I do not think you're overreacting. I feel like it's good that you have learned to instill boundaries, but The issue here is that the way you started the relationship isn't how things are right now, and he's having a hard time controlling you. We know this man likes to control people. You started off the relationship being a people pleaser, right? Now you're having boundaries. Now he's getting frustrated. I don't think this new you that you're about to turn into, this stronger you, this mother, like, I don't think he's going to make the cut. I don't think he's good enough for you. Like, I don't think he's going to make the cut. I think you're too good for him. Oh, you're in here. What's up, sis? Yes. I'm like, yeah, y'all, I know it's bad, but I had to share it. You are too good for him. He is not going to make the cut. He is not going to make the cut. Because boundaries are boundaries for a reason, and if they don't respect that, then fuck them. She said, it might seem insignificant to some folks, but it continues to make it hard for me to trust him. Exactly, and trust is big. If he has cheated on everyone else, why would I be the golden goose he does not cheat on? And please do not let him bring up your baby and being like, that's the reason why. Because I know I'm not the only child whose daddy cheated on their mama in the chat. So babies do not exempt you from getting cheated on. The screenshots asking him to stop talking to her is after I brought up applying for food stamps after the baby comes, since things are a little rough with us. The other screenshots are after the TikTok. But I promise he isn't illiterate. That's just his text lingo. It seems like he's trying harder to text wrong than he does to text. Sorry, this is so long. But what do you think? I appreciate any advice, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you're in the chat. I'm going to put the live chat on the screen. To anybody that has any advice, especially any first-time moms, young moms, I'm calling all moms to the front. All moms to the front. Okay? We need you. Let's see. Y'all said she is so damn pretty. It's always, I be telling y'all, but I love when y'all come in the chat and y'all show yourselves, because the majority of you guys are very attractive people. And it just be making me feel so bad, because our human instinct is when we see an attractive person and something bad is happening to them, we can't help but to feel pity. Like, and I just feeling so fucking bad, bro. Like, I don't know. But then again, I'm also one of those people where I kind of find like little weird things I like physically about everybody, because I feel like it's not fair that we can't choose. I don't know. But yeah, bro. Y'all, you said your dad was like this. A lot of you guys are saying, run, my ex cheated when he thought I was pregnant. I feel like that's the lowest of the low too, is like when you're cheating on a pregnant woman, out of all things. And he's talking about marriage. This guy just seems very, very controlling. He just seems very, very controlling. I don't think that you're a bitter BM. I don't think that you're overreacting. I think he a whole damn demon. He is the super gremlin. He is on demon time. Do you have any family support? Do you have any friends support? Do you have any other young moms right now that you're leaning on? Do you have anybody else other than him? Like, what were you doing before he came into the situation? You know, like, I know I'm asking a lot of questions, but the root of what I'm asking is, are you still with him? Like, do you have plans on leaving? Because it ain't gonna stop. Like, I see a lot of y'all in the chat are saying, my dad cheated on my mom when she was pregnant. My dad did too. My dad cheated on my mom when she was pregnant. Like, it gets shitty. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I would love to know, does he have any other kids? Is that the kid that you have, your first child? Like, we got all types of questions. If you don't feel comfortable responding in the chat, you can leave us a comment, because I want to know. I want to know. I really hope that he is not in your life no more. I mean, I get it. A baby makes everything different. Co-parenting, gotcha. I mean, I'm sure he would love co-parenting with his controlling ass. Just getting to see you and shit. She said, I don't have anybody to talk to since I've only been in Florida for 2 years. So I know that we just had a Facebook story in the beginning that was kind of scary, but join mommy groups on Facebook. Try to find mommy TikTok, like stuff like that. I would really go on Facebook and join mommy groups. Try to get other people around you. Slowly build up a support system. It's so sad. Shout out to Casey for the other donation. Thank you so much. They said, I hop on the Nope train to F Thatville. Right. That man is a mess. And she also said, this is my first baby. And no, he really doesn't have any other kids. Girl. I would co-parent with him. I don't know. Because it's like on one end, I don't want to like advise you anything irrational, because you got to think like you live with him and shit. Like you got to move smart, and you're about to bring another life into the world and stuff. That's why I really want my moms to chime in on this. But relationship wise, boyfriend wise, fiance, marriage prospect, I think you deserve better than that. Like for sure. But I'm surprised too. I'm very surprised. Because usually dudes that are that controlling will trap a woman with a baby real quick. When it's like, okay, like how he's treating Miss Piggy, like, oh, I hate her, but I love her still. Oh, I can't stand her, but I need her in my life. Yeah, that's when they start trapping you with babies. And he saw you, he was like, she's beautiful, she's young, she's kind, she's selfless. Hell yeah, I'm about to keep her. But you know what? Joke's on him, because you can't fucking own people, bro. You are your own person. You can make your own decisions. You can do whatever you want to do with your life. A baby don't stop nothing. And you have to put your baby first. Take it from me and other people in the chat who have had, you know, parents with infidelities and side children and shit. Like, it's not fun. It's confusing. I mainly say it's not fun because deep down we all want to be in the same room with our brothers and sisters, but our mamas don't get along. Like, it's drama. You know, it's drama. And you're right. Shells in the chat is right also. He could be a great dad, but husband status and shit, you deserve better. For sure, you deserve better. But play smart. Keep it logical. Play smart and don't go off emotions, because that's where we always lose as women. When we try to get out of bad situations, we always go based off emotions and end up fucking ourselves over. I would really, really suggest seeking therapy for yourself also. Seems like you're doing good. You're talking about you're instilling boundaries and stuff, like, but yeah, I don't know about him, girl. I don't know about that one. Let us know in the comments below or in the chat if any of you guys have a similar situation. I'm really calling on all my moms out in the chat, in the YouTube verse, on my young first time moms. Give her some love, give her some advice, okay? Now we're about to get into this last story. Girl. It's called, Is This Intrusive Thoughts or Intuition? And if that last story we just read doesn't scream, listen to your intuition, I don't know what will. Listen to your intuition, girl. Listen to your intuition. Alrighty. Hold on, let me get some water before I go on this one. Y'all sent some good stories in today. So, dear Nadja, first, I want to say you are such a beautiful soul, and I truly wish I had someone like you as a friend. Well, aw, thanks. Thank you so much. I have been watching since the very beginning and have turned into every tribe tea in future tense, but I never wrote because I never thought I had anything interesting to say. So this isn't interesting, but I really needed someone to talk to, and maybe the tribe has some words of encouragement. Also, please excuse any typos. I'm actually super sad while writing this. So you can call me Sweetie. I am 23 years old and a Scorpio. Shout out to all my Scorpios. Drop your sign in the chat if you are a Scorpio. Okay. So in the beginning of this year, I met my boyfriend, and we can call him Boo. I wasn't looking for anything when I met Boo online, and I met him on a streaming platform. Oh, wow. But engaging with him was the first time I had felt excited in a long time. I thought Boo was everything I desired in a partner, but as the months continued, I realized that he was pretty secretive. And one thing about me is I hate surprises or feeling surprised or shocked, right? It is important that I add that on to our first date, which was the first time we saw each other in person. I let him know that I don't like surprises and shit. And he told me that he wanted me to be his girlfriend. Okay. This should have been a red flag. And it's a red flag because on the first date he asked you out. I guess so, yeah. It's kind of moving a little too fast. I feel you. It should have been a red flag, and it kind of was, but I thought that maybe this was the first time a guy had been serious and sure about me. Oh, that's a very interesting perspective. I've never thought about that. That's a very interesting perspective. She's saying She didn't see it as a red flag. She saw it as, oh shit, am I gonna miss out? This guy didn't even second guess that he wanted me. I've never heard that before. That's very interesting. Not saying y'all should do that, y'all. We ain't doing no pick me shit, but I'm just saying I think that was a very interesting thought process. I never thought of it that way. She said, I should also include that, trigger warning, I've been experiencing severe depression for a better half of this year. It's been so intense that I can't leave my home or be around others and stuff. I think it's also important to note that I've been disposed of a lot in my life, which affects whether I truly believe I'm worthy of being treated well. I'm sorry to hear that. At first, Boo was a light for me. I had no insecurities involving our relationship. Then one day, I saw a explicit, like, whoopee video of a woman he introduced to me. Unprovoked. What? He insisted she was just a friend. Unprovoked. So I'm gonna read. After insisting he only likes women who are darker than me. Unprovoked. He's light-skinned, by the way. She is light-skinned. So I'm gonna reenact the scene that he did. Look, here's my friend Martha. Here's Martha naked. Here's my friend Martha. My friend. I don't like girls who aren't darker than you. Can you be any more suspicious? Is he fucking her? Seeing this video shattered all belief that he was truly attracted to me. It's not like I don't believe that that he should find other colors, cultures, ethnicities, or women beautiful. Like, that's not what bothered me, but why insist on consistently filling my head with those things if it's lies? Fast forward, we are on month 9 of our relationship, and I've just developed the desire to look at his phone. He is very distant about who truly he is, but wanted me to believe he's this guy who isn't like normal guys, Mr. Nice Guy. He swears he doesn't desire things like OnlyFans, which wouldn't have upset me if he did and was honest. He isn't in every woman's face, was minimally sexually active, etc. Now I'm finding out that he created a Twitter. Girl. Look, I'm not saying there's no such thing as a man that can't control his urges, but you got to understand, you know those little alpha, beta, delta, little bullshit measurements of self-worth that some men be giving themselves? The ultimate form of self-control, restraint, and in my opinion, that makes me attracted to a man is showing that you can control yourself sexually in that way. It takes a lot of mental power. It takes a lot of physical restraint that we as women don't really like, or if you're on estrogen hormones or what, like we don't really get, So it's like, that's not something just every man has. Like, that's unicorn. Like, not unicorn because they exist, but it's like, that's not something every man has, that type of control. So if you are a guy that is telling me you want a girlfriend, but you don't really have sex like that, you don't really fulfill your own sexual desires, you don't do anything, and therefore you're a good guy, all that lets me know is that you are doing something when no one else is fucking watching to release that built up tension. And if you're not doing it in the healthy environment of our bedroom, or with the healthy environment of with your partner, then things get a little weird. That's just what I've noticed with men, is that it gets a little weird when you start depriving yourself of shit, or it starts getting a little fucking weird. Now I'm finding out that he created a Twitter that only follows the accounts of women who shows their body and full biscuit. So he be on Twitter watching corn. Sent an email containing a series of photos and videos of another girl's bobs and vids of them rubbing a biscuit with the shh emoji 9, and used to respond to hundreds. Okay, now this is where it gets gnar. Bro used to respond to hundreds of Craigslist ads offering hookups with pictures of his actual eggplant, bro. Like, this man is on some perverse shit. That's what I meant when I'm like, bruh, when you withhold it on some natural shit and you're not doing it for the right reasons, he's probably was just so used to releasing sexually in this way that he doesn't know how to coexist in these two worlds of having a real physical girlfriend and the fantasy of woman, you know, like, because this man is on the Craigslist. Fuck Tinder, fuck Grindr, fuck all that. He is on Craigslist. He is in hell showing his little pee-pee. Some of the threads, he was even agreeing to pay them to hook up. And I think he was successful a couple of times. Oh my God, girl, you need to get tested ASAP. Long story short, the discovery of these things have buried my self-esteem and makes me believe everything he told me about himself was a lie. It was, but that should have nothing to do with you. He was lying to you because he knew, again, like how we said earlier, he was lying to you because he knew you were too good for him. He knew that he had all these problems that he needed to deal with himself before he even got into a relationship, but he chose to jump into some shit with you. This is more about him than it is about you. Please do not internalize this like this was your wrongdoing. She said, I don't believe he is attracted to me or loves me. I don't actually think anyone would or could. Don't do that to yourself. And I know that's just a depression talking, because I be doing that to myself too, bro. But like, he doesn't love you. It's too, I don't know. Everybody's different, but I don't think he's in love with you or has love for you, because if he did, he would care about how you feel and he wouldn't do that to you. She said, I don't believe he's attracted to me. I don't really think anyone could or would. I know what I found is not information you just up and tell your partner. And I probably asked for it by viewing his personal info. No, but that is something you say on the first date. Oh, by the way, like, I was single. Like, I was living single for a little bit before I decided to date seriously. And, you know, I got some profiles out there, got some ads out there. So if anybody ever hits you up about the past, that's what's going on. He did nothing of that. He did nothing of that. He said, he was like, why would you do all of this stuff if they loved you? Exactly. So here's an update though. That was what they sent me, but then they sent me an update. So here's an update, girl. Yesterday, I spoke to him about it, period. Let's confront him. I spoke to him about the things I saw, and it's been confirmed that he is still doing the Twitter shit. So he's still being a creep on Twitter, but he no longer does the Craigslist stuff. He's definitely had unprotected sex with women from Craigslist. He has been being very dishonest about who he is. And although I appreciate the honesty now, and I don't want to kink shame, I just don't know if I'm fine. Girl, I would get the hell up out of there. Life is way too short. And a lot of the times, us with depression, bro, we get imposter syndrome sometimes, and we need to wake the fuck up and realize, like, oh shit, I'm too good for this. Like, it's so easy for us to get wallowed in the no, I deserve this. I deserve to get treated like shit. I deserve to be around shit people. No, you don't. You don't. You shouldn't have to settle for this. And it is a red flag. Nobody, shoot, the baddest bitch. No one is about to wife them up day one, bro. That's a red flag for anybody. It's love bombing. It's people, it's weird, bro. So please don't put that as validation for your self-worth of whether somebody picks you immediately, you know, like, fuck them, bro. You seem very smart. You seem very non-judgmental, easygoing. You know, you even feel a little bad for the guy, but please don't think this has anything to do with you. I would leave him alone, and I would let him know that it doesn't make you comfortable, because that's just not normal. Like, ew. And if you think for a second, because I used to date a guy like this, if you think for a second he's not fucking them bitches off Twitter, you're funny. If you think for a second he's not fucking them hoes off Twitter, you're funny. If he is willing to meet up with Craigslist 304s, He is fucking Twitter pussy. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, bruh. I would get yourself tested and I would break up with him, because anybody that would have unprotected sex with anyone else outside of a monogamous relationship does not love you, does not care about your sexual health, your body, or anything. Fuck him. He doesn't deserve you. That is not a kink. He is not exactly. Thank you to Random in the chat. That is not a kink. He is not taking his health or your health seriously at all. Damn, I ran out of my water. My jug over there. He needs therapy and you need to get out. I agree with Jay. Shelby says, sis definitely has to know her worth. He is not worth it at all. Adriana said, kink shame all you want. He does not deserve respect. He has been lying to you. Live Lively said, you should definitely get tested. I get having a past of her history, but it's not far removed at all, right? Like, you haven't even been dating him for a year. And he was doing it that whole time, that whole 9 months. Yeah, bro is very gross. Live Lively also said that is a lifestyle, period. He is living a whole lifestyle. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. It's horrible. Yep, they used to fly people out. They still fly people out via Twitter. I know. I want to be her friend too, Nyalo. That's how I feel. I'm like, girl, I want to be your friend. Like, these people here are just so, like... these men, girl. Oh, my God. It's just the... Right? Like, it's just the lack of protection for me. Like, you just didn't give a fuck about nobody. But yeah, I would block him. I would just go ghost on his ass for real. Like, and where did you find him at? You found him on an app or something? Where'd you find him? Blah, 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 blah. I met Boo. You met on an online streaming platform? I would let people know. Because you're right, that's not a kink. Like, that's dangerous. I would let people know. Especially other girls. I'm like, hey, are you, I hope you know that, this is a problem for him. Don't know if he seeked any help, but yeah, I don't know, girl. That was a little scary, but that's pretty much it for today's stories. Thank y'all so much for sending me in all of those. They were all very diverse, all very juicy. This was a very good stream. Thank you so much. I'm wishing all happiness and healing to everyone who sent me the story. Like, this whole thing, with the exception of the girl who lived next door to the 304, it should have just been called Why Men Are Trash. Like, this is just so sad. Like, I just feel so bad. I hate when women get, like, finesse, and, like, when dudes use very, what's the word for it? Rudimentary power tactics on women. It really grinds my gears. But y'all, please don't forget to check out my shop. I know I'm not wearing the merch right now. I'm gonna wear it on my video on Friday, but that's it. Like, I got some over there. Okay, we got some more stuff. We're going green for the spring. Okay, we got some long sleeves, short sleeves. I got one shirt for St. Patty's Day, feeling lucky if you want to feel lucky. But I'm just super freaking excited about this Booty Tribe shirt, because I've been talking about this shirt since 2017, like back when I used to do the Tribe tees on my phone on the couch. Like, so go and cop your Booty Tribe shirt. But if you want to get trippy, get your third eye open, mushroom tee, prints on the sleeve, all that jazz. Super cute, super cute. They do run like a little big, so keep that in mind. They run a little big. I was wearing a extra large for the photo shoot, so yeah, keep that in mind. What else? If you guys want your story read on my channel, all you have to do is email me at this email up here, okay? There are rules. Make sure you guys are following the rules, okay? The rules are in the description. There is a link to it. It is active. And also, what else? Make sure you guys are, like, I know this is all in the rules video, but just make sure you guys are blurring out your receipts. Make sure you're blurring out your receipts. Make sure you're blurring out your receipts. And make sure you guys like this stream. And Stay tuned. I'm about to do a giveaway. I'm about to start doing more giveaways just to get some more interaction here, because I feel like we are pretty interactive on Wednesdays when we do our lives, but I want to start doing giveaways and take off the forum on my website, because I feel like we don't even really be talking on there anyway. Like, it'd be boring. All we do is update each other like, hey, bro, you got COVID? Hey, bro, you got COVID? That's all we be doing on there. So I'm thinking of just deleting the forum altogether and just making it a place for like anything that has to do with y'all. So like casting calls, maybe if I'm doing a video that requires like people, or like job ops, like the timestamp and shit, like stuff like that. Or if I need like help, like a personal assistant, shit like that will be up there, and giveaways. So yeah, I just wanted to get rid of the forum because it really ain't. It's dead. It's dead. And I feel like people get the wrong idea of what a forum is for. And I feel like they think that it's supposed to, because I be having people trying to infiltrate my shit because it's members only. So there's a 24-hour wait time. They be trying to infiltrate my shit with like troll names. And I'm just like, girl, this is not that type of place. It's not that type of place. The forum was to be like, if you need immediate like TRIBETEA advice, and you don't care who it comes from, you just want to scream into the ether and hopefully somebody will respond. That's what it was for, to share artwork, share experience. It's not to be messy. It's not to talk about the tea. Girl, it is not LSA, okay? It is shopvoodoochild.com, all right? So keep on the lookout. I'm going to post in the community tab. I'm going to be doing giveaways, kid clothes, adult clothes, dog clothes, accessories, trinkets, all types of shit. And yeah, all that shit will be remote, by the way. Like, I would never have y'all flying out to Jacksonville to go do stuff for me. That would be on there. It would all be remote work. I'm trying to think, is there anything else before I forget? Make sure you guys follow me on all of my socials, especially on TikTok. I'm popping on TikTok. Not really. But I'm on TikTok. Y'all always be surprised when you find me on there. But yes, you can find me over there as well. And I will see you guys on Friday. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday, answering all of your small business Q&A questions, and I'm gonna come at y'all with the first giveaway of the season. So can't wait to see more of your stories and answer all your questions, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.